Anybody that's listening to this, watching this, or is going to watch this in the future, please understand we are not trained medical technicians, nor do we give a fuck about health. Hence the name Two Drunks in a Bottle.
Hey,
What's up?
how's it going?
All right. So he's doing a podcast?
I guess so.
Have you set it up?
I don't know. You just told me to come over, and I came over. There's some dude.
I
Or,
just put microphones in front of me, dog. I don't know what's going on right now.
are we live?
Shit,
guess
think
so.
We are.
Oh, welcome back to Two Drunks in a Bottle. I'm BB.
I'm Hunter.
Who are you?
Call me Eddie.
Eddie.
Okay.
That might be a problem. I think Polly's going to get confused.
We call him Paulie.
Yeah, but his name's Eddie.
We don't ever call him. I don't call him Eddie.
Neither do I.
So I think he should be all right. If anything, we call him Ed.
I don't
Ed?
give a damn what you call me.
All right, sweetheart.
What's up, sweet cheeks?
Whoa.
Eddie,
Easy. Okay.
My bad.
save it for Two Drunks After Dark.
Gotcha.
What is your problem?
You want a list or?
So, what did you bring for us?
I brought Bullet Bourbon today.
Yeah. I remember the last time we had it. It was good. I'm looking forward to drinking it again.
Question: Did you bring a guitar?
I don't know how to play the guitar.
It is right. The last dude brought a guitar.
Can you sing?
Somewhat.
Okay. Well, we'll get there. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
For that you have to top like live music. Can you
I'm probably not gonna top that.
can you juggle?
No,
What can you do?
not a whole lot. If you want me to be honest with you.
Dude, you're supposed to bring on the guest. Where'd you find him?
In a dumpster.
Thing is, it was. See, the thing is, me and Jess were on the way to the store. There's a guy on the side of the road that said he was holding a sign, and he said, "Bet you can't hit me with a quarter." Is what the sign said. So I hit him with it. I mean, he bet me. You know how I am. Like,
So what were the terms?
well, it just him. He was the target.
I mean, what'd you get out of it?
Well, that's what I was about to tell you. Is like he was like, "Well, you hit me with it, and I did bet you." He was like, "So I owe you something." I was like, "So I have a podcast, and I've never had a homeless bum on my podcast." And I had to give him clothes, but in a shower. It's kind of like bringing a stray dog home.
Would
Okay.
explain why I'm dressed like you.
Kind of.
I was wondering why he was dressed up.
So that's where I got this guy.
Gotcha. Alright, so what's first?
Well, you know,
I do.
you already know what's first. We're fixing to take a shot of this bullet.
Sounds good to me. Pouring or are you?
I'll let you have the honors.
All right. Just be warned, I pour kind of heavy.
No, that's good.
Excellent.
Who do we have in the live chat tonight? I've got one moderator. Where's Hammy Games at?
He here?
Is Hammy Games in the live chat?
Where you at?
Or Decoy NDA?
So with Bullet, have you had it before?
Yeah, this is one of my go-tos for not very expensive bourbon.
I see that. It was smooth last time we had it. So
There's a fine line between good bourbon and cheap bourbon. There really is. And this is like right there in the middle. It's good for what you pay for it.
Hunter, before we get into like telling stories and stuff, do we want to explain what that bottle to the left is? Which on their screen it would be that bottle on the right.
can't read it. Does it say something?
It does. Limited bottling, small batch, handcrafted, 2 drunks in a bottle, infinity blend. Bronson and Hunter, established of 2023.
Is this the bottle? Like the bottle?
This is the bottle.
About fucking Tom.
This guy is going to get to be the first person to put some of that in that. And every podcast, something is going to go inside of that bottle until that bottle's full. And New Year's Eve this year, we will be drinking that suicide bomb.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, we've been waiting forever for this bottle.
Mm.
Because it was what, New Year's when we were supposed to have it, so we can do
Yeah.
it the first of the year.
Yep,
It's finally here.
finally here.
I commend you two brave gentlemen.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
We'll invite you back.
Like, yeah, as long as you're funny tonight.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah, like-
stipulation. You have to be funny. As
We'll see how
long,
the views go.
yeah.
Feel you.
As long as you're good, more than likely we'll let you come back on New Year's Eve and you could hit the suicide bottle with us.
I'll be there to watch.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't think I want to do that.
Come on, man. Go back and watch our New Year's live stream from this year.
I wanted to, but it was like 4 hours long, and I didn't have that kind of time. So
I mean, you can always check us on TikTok. You know, get all of our little episodes.
I don't use TikTok, but
Facebook.
I do use Facebook.
Yes.
but-
So, you got any drunken stories behind Bullet?
Where do we start? Oh, God.
Love starters like that.
All right, so let's just start off with my personal favorite. About, I'm gonna say, 2 years ago, me and my best friend at the time, Tommy, my cousin came down. He had just left his girlfriend or whatever. So, like, he was coming down, he was getting down. Like, I bought a fifth of Bullet. No big deal. Anyways, so we start playing Uno just to play Uno. And then all of a sudden, like, this dude just starts jumping up and down. Like, I don't know what happened to him. He just starts jumping up and down out of nowhere, like, in a drunken haze. And he's like, let's go mud ride. So this dude, we go out and back, and my boy Tommy's Forerunner. This dude, we're out there just cutting donuts in my backyard. I'm drunk at this point. I don't give a damn that we're cutting donuts in my backyard. Screwing it up. But, like, next thing I know, this dude is hanging out the windshield, like the sunroof, just flopping around to Katy Perry's Fireworks.
Damn.
Yeah, like that's the best one I can think of.
What about thought you had one about your wedding or something? That you
Oh yeah. Well, that one's not really funny. That's just a story. I drank about probably a little over half a fifth of Bullet right before I got up on the altar. It didn't end well. Didn't end well at all.
Kind of sounds familiar to you, BB, huh?
It does. I don't know how Cowboy always gets brought up in my stories, but apparently I got a bunch of drunken fucking stories with
Tell you
Cowboy.
what, before we get started, let's go ahead and take a shot.
You chased that.
It's been a long day. I've been drinking since 2 o'clock.
You just chased that.
Let me take another one.
No, but you just chased that.
You should have explained that dynamic before we started.
Just thought it was you called yourself a professional before we started. Did he not?
The night's still young.
So disappointed. I explained already where I found him.
Just
Yeah.
like my parents disappointed in me.
So, I don't know how Cowboy always gets brought up in my stories, but he does. Eventually, we're going to have to fucking have Cowboy on. Don't know when that's going to happen. I still haven't talked to him to even ask him if he would be willing. I mean, dude is in his 70s, so not sure if this is going to like be his style, honestly.
But he has experience.
That dude has stories for days. But anyways, so wedding day, he comes up to me. We're at his house. I just got out of the shower, was getting dressed and everything. He was like, "You look nervous," and it was like a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I got you something," and he pulled out a jar of Shine,
Ooh.
and we passed it around. I think we passed it, what, 2 or 3 times? It went in rotation.
Yeah.
Even Cameron, or the guy that was officiating our wedding,
Mm-hmm.
took some of it because he was like, it was the first time he ever officiated a wedding. And even he took some.
Yeah, it was all the men.
And he
that
doesn't
made the
drink.
Front.
That always ends well.
Oh yeah.
Get down to the altar, go in my pocket to find my vows. They're not there. So I had to haul ass back down to the house to find my damn wedding vows.
Not even just a haul ass. I don't remember you running there, did you?
No, I was on a 4-wheeler. Didn't even sit down on it. I was, because I had just changed clothes and everything, didn't want to get dirty. So I was on the side of it. I had both legs on one side and was leaning over, going all the way down the road.
Part was that with everybody else. It's like,
They're
he's
like,
running off. He's driving away. What's going on? We're like, I don't know. We're not going to help him out. We're like, I don't know. Hopefully he didn't get scared.
it was bad.
It was funny.
It's funny that you say something about that because I memorized my vows before I got up to the altar. But like I said, I'd had a whole lot to drink. Bro, I just winged it. And it did not turn out at all. I think there's a video somewhere out there of it.
Yeah, I think I'd be scared to try to do it like through memory. I think I definitely would have to read it off paper.
Well, she didn't want me to.
I would have had like somebody kind of hold up a sign where she couldn't see it.
Damn controlling women.
I mean, think about it. Like she's turned facing you. Who's to say someone's not behind her with a sign? That way you could just read.
You know, I really wish I'd thought about this.
Kind of like a
Before I got-
teleprompter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have a teleprompter. It'll be kind of like, we've got audience members looking over here.
Genius.
Yeah, right.
Teleprompter.
Only you can see the side view.
I'm not scared.
I think the only person that's not in danger here is Hunter.
No, Hunter is probably just as much at risk as we are.
Your wife always says when she married you, she married me as well.
Yeah,
So.
kind of a weird situation. Just saying. Anyways, you had said at the start, or before we started, that you had questions for us. So we're going to, I guess, start this off a little differently.
Yeah.
The general conversation side. You said you had some questions for us.
What are you referring to? Because I've honestly already forgot.
I don't know. You had come in saying it's actually...
Oh, yeah.
You've got
Okay,
questions for
so
us.
I recently watched some of y'all's episodes, and I was just wondering, like, you refer to, like, 5M a lot, and I just... First off, I want to know what 5M stands for. And secondly, I know it's, like, GTA 5, like, role play, but I'd like to get a better understanding of it.
K-Wag still has not figured out that he can comment on the live video. Instead, he likes to comment through text message. He says that we suck, Hunter. We're still waiting on you. We don't suck, but we're still waiting on you to join. We're just waiting on you to give us your day.
Yep.
That was fucked up, Hunter, by the way.
Tell that Slipcon right here, by the way.
Yeah. BB only has one eye. That's kind of fucked.
You do.
So 5M, it's a modded version of Grand Theft Auto. Our server, specifically SAFR, the hat that I'm wearing,
Mm-hmm.
is the community that I'm a part of, and It's pretty much cops and robbers. It's pretty much cops and robbers, and the biggest goal is character development.
Okay.
And we are a community. We're a close knit community at that. And all talk on a daily basis.
Okay.
But it's pretty much just the guys shooting the shit. Even Jess is in the community. She plays with us. It's interesting. It's fun.
Just a group of people joining up just to play games, hanging out. Like we'll just jump in a voice channel and just all talk.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
K-Wag says he would rather look at dog porn than watch us.
Oh hell. When are we having him on the podcast?
He won't answer me. He won't say when. He won't give a date. I think he's scared.
Yeah, I heard that. K-Wag is scared.
He's
K-Wag.
He is. He is.
Hell is
I think he's camera shy. That is that's red.
Ah, okay, I see it now. I couldn't tell what that was.
Pretty much dog porn.
I mean,
To be honest, we play Lethal Company a lot. It looked like a creature from Lethal Company. I couldn't tell that was a
Yeah,
dog.
that dog is broken.
Yeah.
Just looking at
it
that
does
picture.
look a little contorted, doesn't it?
Yeah. Viewers will have to post a video or a picture in the comments so y'all can see that later.
Later.
So, any other questions you have for us? We're putting you on the spot here.
I know, and I don't do well with the spot, but here we are.
Come
Right.
on, big guy.
Okay, so like, first off, what the hell does 5M stand for? 5 M's, obviously, but like, what are the M's?
It's
I know this one.
okay. Go ahead.
M would be modded.
Okay,
5 would
so it's
become-
referring to GTA 5 modded. Okay,
Exactly, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It was something like early development when they came up with it, and then it just kind of stuck. Everybody started calling it. What was the newest one that they're going to have? Or I guess when they have it, is it 6M? Or
It has not been announced
Right.
what that's going to be yet.
I do know, like with Red Dead Redemption, the second one come out, we're having Red M.
Yep.
So they're still keeping the M. So my best guess is that it's going to be modded. That's going to be what everybody's sticking with.
And the people that created 5M actually just got bought out by Rockstar,
Mhm.
so that Rockstar could kind of get into the modding world, I guess you could say, potentially.
That's what's going to be interesting too, to see how that pulls off.
No one knows how that's going to work right now. They don't know if Rockstar backed them into a corner kind of thing, and it's like, oh well, we're going to buy this, shut it down, kind of thing. That's what people were worried about for a minute.
So they're gonna embrace it so they can control it, kind of the same way Bethesda did with Fallout 4
Yep.
and Skyrim.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the only thing with difference would be Rockstar's a little bit more controlling than I think Bethesda would be.
There's Hammy
Mhm.
Games. He just joined.
Hey, what's up?
So,
Hammy Games was the intro that you heard, the little
Yeah.
warning. He's the one that gives us our quotes, I guess you could say.
that's
Our narrator.
our narrator. Yep. Exactly.
Incredibly cool.
Oh yeah.
When Morgan Freeman passes away, God forbid, that's his replacement. He's going to play God in all movies.
I could see it. I mean, we've had Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty.
Yep.
Next, we're gonna have like a Jeff Almighty,
This guy right here, probably going to be him playing as
the
God.
narrator, Jeff Almighty.
Yeah. That's probably going to be him.
Bronson Almighty.
Maybe.
I could see it.
Maybe. So, what are some hobbies that you have? What do you do in your pastime?
Me personally, I do game a lot, but I play more. I'm more into the single player like RPG. Like I'm playing through Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now.
See, I like games like this. So like I'm the same way with you. I like single player, but I have the online games to play with friends. As we talk to our community and stuff. But yeah, I'm more of a single player too. Like
Yeah.
I'll play Fallout and stuff like that. It was funny that you missed Assassin's Creed though, because I am going back through all of them. I'm still on the first one, and I'm gonna work my way all the way to the newer ones. But how is that one? What are you on now?
It's really good. I'm waiting for myself to abandon it because I have this bad habit of
Oh.
getting about 3/4 through an Assassin's Creed game and then losing complete interest in it.
I'm the same way. I get burnt out. Is what I always put it.
There's too much to do. I really feel like there's too much to do.
I mean, I say that with the first one. The first one, I'm trying to do. I'm like a completionist. I'm not a full completionist where I'll complete everything, but I try.
Yeah.
And with Assassin's Creed One, I've done all the little side quests before I even did the missions, and I got burnt out of it within 2 to 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
I haven't touched it for a couple of months now. I'll say it was probably back in around October was
Yeah.
when I stopped playing it, and I still haven't touched it.
I mean, the only game I think I've completed recently was Starfield. And honestly, Starfield felt really empty.
See, I've heard good things about it. I wanted to try it because we have Game Pass and it was on
Yeah.
there, but I haven't tried it out. But I always heard good stuff about it.
It's a great game. My only problem is once you get done with the story and you're just going into the exploration side of things, it's randomly generated planets. You can go to 4 different planets and 3 of them look the same. It gets boring to a point. There's nothing to do.
Makes sense.
Kind of reminds me of Destiny.
Oh man, it was
Don't
like
get me
repeat.
started on
Where
Destiny.
you would just you'd be playing Destiny and every single map to me looked the same just about.
Well, you would go to the same map. It's the same quest. It's just a repeat. To build
That's what
up
I'm
on,
saying.
skills.
Bungie's been
experience.
beating that dead horse for a long time.
I haven't played. I don't think I ever played Destiny 2. I think I just played the first one. That was it.
Well, I
I've-
got the second one because we have a buddy of ours. He's pretty much introduced us to this game, and the only time I would play was with him or with us. When we played, but I don't think I ever played just alone or whatnot. I always played with friends on that.
I started Destiny 2, but like I realized really quick after grinding it for about a week, I was like, this game feels the same.
Yeah.
I don't
100%.
I like games that keep me they change it up to keep me interested. I don't like it when you find a model that works and you just repeat that over and over again.
I always say that is like a lot of these games that come out, they're the same game, just a different look to it. Whether that be the actual look or whether it be just a different map, but it's the same aspect. When we hit up Lethal Company, it was something that was a little bit different than most games, and that's something that's why I kind of got interested with it. But a lot of games out there, they're always the same, just repeats.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
It's the reason I quit buying Call of Duty games. I'm like, I'm tired of playing the same game, the same bugs you won't fix,
Me and him both.
and paying
will agree.
$60 a piece for it.
Battlefield Bill.
Ah,
Got to pay homage.
Yeah.
Look up Battlefield Bill.
Battlefield Bill, y'all heard it here.
Look it up.
But yeah, with Call of Duty though, me and him both will agree. We stopped getting Call of Duty.
It was probably Black Ops 2.
Was it Ghost?
Ghost,
I think
maybe.
was one of the last.
Here's one of those. That was the very
I
last
think
one.
Ghost was the last one for me, which I'm pretty sure was
Yeah,
for all of us.
Because we were still going to midnight releases at
Yeah.
that point.
I will say that Ghost was underrated as a game. It received such bad reviews, but for what it wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be.
I need to revisit because I didn't really touch up on it. We played the online, multiplayer, just trying to build up our character and get experience so we can be on that level.
Mm-hmm.
Most times when we got it, that's what we would do. We mentioned before, like on our podcast, how we would just stay up all night that night, not even go to work or school, whatever it may be, just so we can play that game and get high levels. But I mean, it got to a point where it was just repetitive. And I'm usually the one that would play like the single player or the story mode and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't even think I touched it with Ghost. I think that was pretty much like the last straw for me. I was just like, I'm kind of burnt out on Call of Duty.
When I started Ghost, I didn't have internet at that time. That was way back when you could buy a disc game, and you
Yep.
could play it offline. Like, I played the story of Ghost.
See, that's who I am. I'm
It
usually
was-
known for the story.
It was okay.
I'm not.
I mean,
Yeah, you.
I'm notorious of hitting the skip button and playing a story mode game.
You'll be like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm like, well, if you would have watched the little
if
clip,
you would have watched 30 seconds of
Yeah.
cinematic, you would know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's him.
There's certain games that I'll watch.
Rarely. Name 3.
Mafia 3, GTA 5. I played through the first time,
Well, I
not
mean, you're
skipping
kind of
anything.
forced into that a little bit.
And Twisted Metal.
Okay, I give you
Didn't
Twisted
watch.
Metal.
Didn't that was like watching a movie.
Most of those games are where you have to watch at least once. So I give you that based on that.
And still, you said name 3, and I gave you 3.
I'm just saying it's kind of forced.
Just
though.
saying. I'm just
It felt kind of like 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
Okay. Have you ever had the choice to skip a scene but didn't and watched it?
Yeah,
What game?
Mafia 3.
I thought Mafia 3 you had to watch at least once.
No, you could
I
skip
know
it.
the other 2 were.
No, you could skip it. Twisted Metal, you could skip.
No, I think Twisted Metal you had. Well, which one are you referring to?
The newest one.
No, I think the newest one you had to watch it. I know the old
Maybe.
ones weren't.
Or yeah, you know what? You're right. You did have to watch it. And it wasn't even just the first time. Because remember when we were playing Sweet Tooth, the end of it, and we kept dying. We kept having to rewatch that
Yep.
cutscene all over again.
That's the only reason why I remember that.
And it took us forever because we'd sit there and die and then have to rewatch that damn thing.
Yeah.
We spent like 4 or 5 hours just on that last map or the last mission of that game.
I felt that. The first time I went 12-year-old me when I played Halo 3 for the first time, going through the last mission in the campaign. I think it took me like 7 or 8 tries on Legendary to finally get through it.
We'll get it started on Halo. We spent so much time as that, about the same age probably. That what was it, 9th grade, maybe 10th grade, we were big on Halo. I remember just going to your house playing Halo with a whole bunch of us there.
Yeah, and playing
Zombie
Slayer,
yeah.
That and playing Call of Duty, doing like one in the chamber and gun game. It was all about the mini games.
Oh yeah.
Those are the most underrated part of Call of Duty.
Oh, that was
Gun game
definitely
was
my
the best.
favorite part. Me and
Black
Hunter,
Ops 2 gun game on Hijack.
we'll pull the Xbox,
Absolute pinnacle of performance to me.
we'll pull the Xbox out and hook it up tonight and fucking play one in the chamber and gun game with the bots. But that's what me and you did a while back. It's been probably a year ago now.
Yeah. It feels like it.
At least a year ago.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get us ready for the mixed drink. You don't mind me touching your ice, do you?
No.
And guess what? The Coke is in Jess's car. I gotta go get the Coke. Unprepared. This time it wasn't the sound guy.
I don't think we haven't had any bad comments, but we'll see.
Yeah, no one has said anything. Except for the BB has one eye. That's the only comment. Wonder if I can moderate you out. Have a moderator moderate you out.
I got you. BB only has one eye. Left eye that's bad. Can't see out of. The right eye that's good.
I mean, to be fair, I'm legally blind in this eye, so together we make a whole pair of eyes.
I'm glad you said it because I was about to say it. I was like, and they're together right now. This is perfect. Like,
Though I feel like with him having the left and me having the right, we should be sitting, like I should be sitting on the left, so that way we make a whole person.
This works out perfect because if it's your right eye that you can't see out of, sitting together, his
Oh, I see what you
it's like
mean.
that.
Now we make a whole person.
Yeah.
The more you know.
That's why I like meeting new people. But with different stuff. But yeah, I mean, I was always like a story line person when it came to games. Like I was big on that. Like if it got me hooked enough to where I can be into the game, that's what I would like. BB, I know played a lot of online games and mess around with other people online, but for me, it was always the storyline for games.
Yeah.
If it had an online aspect, yeah, I'm down for the online part if it was good. But that's all I was looking forward to was a single player or at least a storyline for it. I was big on like Fallout.
Yeah. See, the first Fallout I played was Fallout 3. I played that for years.
Mine would be New Vegas, where I was stuck on. Fallout 3 I played first. That was my first Fallout experience. But New Vegas, oh man, I stayed on that game for so long. I still play it every now and then.
Yeah, I have it downloaded on my Xbox right now. Like,
I have it on my PC.
Which one do you want?
Let's go with Coke.
Mixer is here.
I'm back. How's it going?
Going good.
Did y'all talk about me?
A little bit.
Totally.
Sweet.
So, if you sit right there,
Yeah.
your right eye and
Yeah.
his left eye make one person. What we came up with. He can't really see.
I'm blind and I'm legally blind in my right eye.
I'm legally blind in my left one.
And that means we make a whole person.
Awesome.
I feel complete.
They didn't even sit together knowing this, but now they know.
I think I did know that.
I think maybe. I didn't.
I feel like I did know that. How long? It's been like you've been blind forever, right?
I've been blind since I was 4.
Oh, so then yeah, I remember. I think we've had this conversation.
Yes, we
before.
have.
Okay, probably yeah. Most people that come over, that's the first thing I tell about Bronson is he's blind in his eye. It always gets brought up somehow.
I don't know why he makes that a pertinent escapade.
I gotta let everybody know.
Somebody's got to do it.
Right. I mean, that's my job.
There you go.
Are the benefits good?
Yeah, you're all right. Can't complain. So when we did Bullet last time, did we do Coke as a mixer? I cannot remember. What did we end up doing? Do you remember?
Sweet tea.
Right,
Why?
well,
Why did you do that?
It was what the guests requested. K-Rag wants to know, do we play footsie under the table?
Totally.
Absolutely.
time.
You'll find out when you come on the party. We cannot give secrets away. He's just going to have to fuck around and find out. Figuratively and literally.
Bad.
But yeah, we had it with sweet tea. Because someone did he did something in that podcast that shouldn't have, I'm not going to repeat it, but he shouldn't have, yeah, there's some things said that he shouldn't have said.
I don't know. Shouldn't.
It's
It
not
was
shouldn't
worth
have said. It was funny.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And he really didn't do anything like wrong. I'm going to finger my drink.
Nice and wet.
Might be a little lonely.
It's really moist. You want me to do yours?
Totally. Just gonna leave me with an unfingered drink.
Alcohol abuse, sorry.
Good job. What?
He's a professional, guys. Alright, so hobbies. Any more hobbies? Outside of video games?
I mean, I
Drink-
work on cars for a living, dude.
Drinking, apparently, is, you said, your favorite pastime that...
It's not my favorite pastime, but it's the thing I do while I'm doing other shit.
But you do it alone, kind of. Like, you said your friends don't drink.
Thank you for reminding me of how sad my existence is.
Anytime.
That's rough.
Kind of what I'm here for.
Thank you.
You come drink with us anytime.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
good.
I've always had a drinking buddy. I always had 2 or 3 different drinking buddies I can go to drink, just in case if one of them couldn't.
I'm a social drinker.
Yeah.
I drink with Bill or Hammy Games every night.
Say, who?
Hammy Game.
Amy Games. Okay. I thought you said something else there.
I almost called it. I almost called him by his not legal name because
Oh, almost. Okay.
almost.
So, I mean, for me to say, like, me having that, it would be hard to imagine me not having it. You know, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I know that must be kind of rough on you.
I mean, it is because like my friends tell me they want to drink, and then like I'll buy like a fifth of Bullet or whatever. They'll have 2 mixed drinks and be like, "Oh, I'm okay."
People
What the
gotta.
fuck?
People have to drive home.
I mean, hell, he's
I'm
driving.
at their house.
Oh well.
Like they have no excuse. Like they're literally finna walk into their bedroom, and that's it.
You should have seen him with his bottle of the Jack that he would bring over for, what, 3 people? Me, you, and one other person, and we would finish it.
That fucking handle of Jack.
Like, that was our night. That's what we were doing until the sun pretty much came up and it was gone. So, I mean, yeah, that's rough that people wouldn't even start almost. That's probably the best way to say it. They wouldn't even start off.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you? It irritates me because why would you start, get 2 drinks in, 2 drinks in maybe an hour? Like you're feeling all right after having 2 stiff drinks.
That's usually what I tell
Why
them.
would you stop right there?
You don't even know what a stiff drink is until I make you a good one.
Well, go ahead and make me a drink.
I mean, I made that one, but it's not.
It's all right. It's about how I would have made it.
No.
We're using a small glass.
Yeah.
He's
No.
talking about like an actual cup.
If I made you a cup of Jack and Coke, let's say, it would be, they call it 50-50, and it's 75% Jack, 25% Coke.
The way I look at it is everybody's chasing that same destination. It doesn't really matter how you get there.
I like that.
Look, we would drink that whole bottle in one night, and it would be us staying on the back porch, just shooting the shit, bullshitting.
And this comes out to say, is, we were on the same neighborhood and stuff. Like,
He lived
over his
across,
house.
it was my old house that y'all used to come over to.
Mm.
My neighbor across the street we would just walk over with the bottle and go over to his house, sit in his backyard, and bullshit with him.
When we got done with it, we'd come walking right back.
And he had a stripper that lived with him.
Incredible.
It
Yeah,
was awesome.
and we had a buddy that asked his stripper girlfriend if she'd give him a lap dance because it was his birthday.
How'd that work out?
It didn't.
work out.
That's
He-
incredibly sad. I don't know what's sadder, the fact that
he
she
got-
does it for a living and she didn't want to do it, or like
He got kicked
It was the
out.
way he approached it. He was just
It
like,
was so random.
you're a stripper. It's my birthday. You know, so it's like
you can't do that. Like
Right.
not in a professional setting. If you're not paying for it, you can't do that.
and that's what he did, and then you can only expect what
Oh
she said.
no!
Yeah,
No!
He, let's just say he got cut off and we had to take him home.
Yeah, he was out. We came back and finished drinking, but yeah, he was out.
I think he threw up on the way back, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he didn't want to drink, but we kind of pressured him into it, as always.
That's the one thing I
Back then.
hate is throwing up. That's the worst part of the night.
I didn't like throwing up back then, but I kind of got used to it. But now I got to a point where I don't really puke anymore. It's got to be something really strong, or we got to drink a lot, or like BB knows for me, like I cannot do anything apple. If I do something apple, I expect me to throw up at some point.
So Crown Apple is a no for you.
Yeah,
Crown, I like. I'll do a lot of Crown and stuff, but not Crown apple.
pretty
Crown
much.
Apple is delicious.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
If we
it's
do
everything.
if we do a podcast and someone picks an apple flavor of anything, he's probably going to say, "I'm sitting this out."
I will sit with my drink of choice. Yeah.
I can respect that. Look, like I said, we're all looking for the same destination.
You
It's all
can't-
about how you get there.
no. You can't respect it because if we have a guest on and that was what they chose,
I mean,
then we have an obligation as two drunks not to be little bitches and drink it.
that's fine. Give me a bucket. I'll finish it. I'll sit right here with a bucket. I'm fine with that.
Thing
Right,
is,
right,
he'll tell you that I've gotten to the point that and he's done it to where we have a group of people and I get sick off of something and they're like, "Oh, he's probably done," and Hunter will look at him and he'll be like, "No, he'll come back. He'll pick right back up where he left off." Like it doesn't phase me.
I feel that.
I'm the same way. Like,
It's normally I'm gonna puke when we're playing high low. That's what's gonna happen. But that game is
no, high low. I can't. I refuse to play high low in my old age.
I think this is our
I
first
say that I'm
guest
27,
knows about
but
it.
I can't. You played high low with us?
I've not played high low with you. But I played high low. Like
Yeah, he's the first one that actually knows about the game. Normally, we're having to explain the game to other people.
Y'all play with 5 cards?
yes,
Face up?
Yes. Oh
All
my
right, sweet.
god.
So yeah, we brought up
We-
our New Year's podcast. I don't know if it was during the episode.
It was
or
during
off.
the episode we played high low during the
so-
episode.
My point was, I don't know when us three were just talking about it. I don't know if we were on the podcast or before, but like we played on that episode, the New Year's
Yeah.
podcast, and we had people that were in Discord with us, and we had them join. We had a little camera that was over it, like up with our phones, and we got them to play. Of course, me and you were drinking for them though, just so that everybody saw that we were drinking. But yeah, we got a little messed up that night.
What was it? Hammy was like, "This game is fucking rigged," and then someone else, he was like, "I'll take your drinks for you," because the first one he's like, "Oh, that was super easy," and then somebody was like, "I don't drink," and he's like, "I'll drink for you." He was like, "Holy shit! I didn't drink 6 beers in 15 minutes."
Well, I had a clip of that. It was I think it was us three. It was me, you, and Hammy Games, and we're all like going back and forth of us, just nothing but us drinking. I think my video might have been like one of the longest, just because I had maybe played for 3 people, maybe a little bit more. But I just remember drinking nonstop. I kept getting I'm sorry.
The worst part was we were gonna cancel that stream because me and Jess had caught like a stomach bug.
Oh.
And we were gonna cancel that stream, and we ended up not canceling, and was like, the show must go on because I don't take well to being called out.
Well,
Or being-
in the spirit of calling you out, I'm done with my drink.
That's nice.
Waiting on y'all.
So you
There you
want to go ahead
go.
and move to the next one?
Easy,
I
grasshopper.
know, that's what I'm
Damn.
saying.
We're trying to have a conversation with you.
So-
You got somewhere to be?
No,
So
not anywhere.
as you know, though, our name is Two Drunks in a Bottle. The person that he's talking about called us Two Punks in a Bottle because we weren't going to do the.
Oh, the
episode.
disrespect.
Yeah, KWAG. If you're watching or listening, KWAG. Anybody else knows about them, go ahead and hit them up. Help us out.
Where's Memphis Ripley at?
Right. We need your back, man.
Where is Memphis Ripley? Because both of them, they're butt buddies.
Yeah, they are. I heard stories about them at the cabin.
Yep. Yep.
But needless to say, he called us punks. And I told people this. I was like, look, we're getting called punks because we're not going to do this because you're sick. Go ahead and tell me what you said.
Yeah, I don't take well to stuff like that. It's more of, well, you know what? I'll show you. I was like, the show must go on.
We had, 30 minutes?
Yeah, we set up quick, fast, and in a hurry, and we're like, fuck y'all, we're live. That's probably the only night, because we just got our 2 Drunks in a Bottle shirts, but that's probably the only night that I wasn't, like, dressed completely. I was wearing jersey shorts, my Crocs, and the 2 Drunks in a Bottle shirt, and that was it. Like, you could tell that I had 1 beer that entire... No, I think I had 2 beers that entire night.
I mean, it happens.
I told you to only drink 1, but you asked for another one.
Well, remember I had said, damn, I drank that first one and was like, damn, this is the best beer I've ever had. This beer tastes so fucking good.
You said during the podcast, you're like, I'm actually feeling better now that I'm drinking.
It happens, you know?
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I usually tell people that. Like, get me started. Give me, like, at least 2 beers in on something, and I'm down to drink. If I have too many, I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm getting a little tired. And that happens a lot, too.
See, I'm the opposite. Like, I like to start on whiskey and end my night on beer.
Yeah. I mean, we used to do that.
It doesn't matter to me. I do whatever now.
Now I drink as much whiskey as I want.
Actually, I normally
have a
end my
beer
night
or
on
two
liquors.
to end the night, and then I'm done.
I end my nights on liquors now, actually, now I think about it.
You do? 100%.
Because, like, I'll get that cheap-ass Barton's vodka and just pour it over ice and just 3, 4, 5 glasses. I'm saying all the way full glasses of vodka just sit at my desk.
Who hurt you?
What are you talking about? Who hurt me?
To be drinking Barton's vodka just straight over ice. Who hurt you?
You see, his mama hit him too hard one time, and his eye just kind of...
No, nobody hurt me. I just have a problem that is non-alcoholic related.
That you fix with alcohol.
That all I know is Mama didn't raise no quitter, so I'm not quitting.
That's true.
Like, God,
I give you that.
I feel like you're trying to get me to go to like an AA meeting or something after this.
Oh,
no.
That's a quitter.
So what are we going to be now? You want us to rebrand and we're going to be 2 sobers with a chip?
I wouldn't do that. No.
No. So one drunk in a bottle with 1 sober with a chip?
I guess if that's the way you're gonna go.
I'm not
Three
getting
drunks
the
in a
damn...
bottle with an issue?
Wait, are you trying to make yourself one of us?
No, but
I feel like you just he just renamed us to 3 drunks with an issue.
1, 2, 3. There's 3 of us.
I
So
mean,
like,
we do got other potentials. You know, we would have to work it out if we ever added another person.
I already know who the other person would be.
it's okay. I'm just pointing out the facts of what's here right now.
I'm picking the narrator.
No. I get where you're coming from, but
I would like to have the narrator full time. Like him just full time narrate.
him narrating over the episode.
Drunk
yes.
number 1 just took another sip of his beer.
Okay, but there's a difference.
Drunk number 2 is looking at drunk number 1 taking a sip of that beer.
There's a difference between having a narrator and drunk 3, or however we would number it out.
The thing is, our narrator, you would hear him go every time he would pop the bottle. Pop a top. It's like he puts it right up to the mic.
All right, I'll give you this. I
Or
have 2
can
people,
in his
man.
case.
I'll add them to the list. I have 2 people.
Who's your person?
Max.
You know how many people were like, I don't even, who is this guy?
I've had the opposite. I had the effect of, y'all got to get him back. He was funny. I'm just saying.
I mean, I did shake hands with him, and he's supposed to, you were fired that night.
Yeah.
He was,
I walked in on that.
I made a deal.
That was some bullshit. I went and used the bathroom, come back, and all I hear is, you're hired. The fuck is that? Just know I'm still here. Max is not.
Me?
Only because of his availability.
Max didn't know how to set up the shit.
That's the thing.
That's why I got
That's-
You have technical aspects. That
Yeah.
I could-
brought that
I
up on
could-
my
I
own. I
could-
was like, I know how to set up the shit, and he's like, well, fuck. Max.
I could do it. Maybe. Probably.
He fucked up the last two podcasts. He set it up.
What? I did not set it up.
I didn't set it up.
As somebody that recently watched y'all's last two podcasts, I'm not inclined to believe that.
Inclined to believe what?
I will say this, not the last, but the one before that, he didn't set up the mics. I will say that. 2 episodes ago, he didn't set up the mics. But I didn't either. I halfway set them up. I wasn't messing with the mics itself. I was over there on the sound part. Someone else I had help with the mics. Just saying. Might have been your wife. I'm not saying names, you know.
It is what it is.
Shit happens. Fish. You remember that old thing.
You'll be
Shit
alright.
happens.
Fuck it, shit happens. Favorite saying in school? Fish. Teachers all the time. Why aren't y'all saying fish?
It just happens.
So, video games. We're not at the end yet. I'm not gonna ask the normal question.
Kind of threw me off. I was like,
video games. So, what's one that you've bought here recently? Have you bought any here recently?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been using Game Pass a lot
relate.
because like that's where the future of gaming is going.
Yep.
Buying a subscription to be able to play a bunch of games versus paying $70 for a new game. Like
It saves you a lot of money. Yeah.
it does. Like I play a lot of Assassin's Creed. I've really gotten into Halo Infinite lately.
Is that the new one?
Yes. But like it really just depends on like
See, I'm lost on
sometimes I
Halos.
scroll through Game Pass looking for something new to play,
Oh, I do that too.
and there's always something.
We do that.
Something I haven't played yet.
We do that with Steam. We'll go through and like look for indie games and stuff like that. We've got a whole list of games that we plan on playing.
I will say this, like
Yeah.
with Game Pass. So I mean, well, not even just Game Pass, but like my list, I would look up Game Pass first, and then I move down to Steam. Steam is
Yeah.
usually the one I go to. But yeah, I mean, Game Pass is definitely where it's at. Because like you said, they're always posting new games coming out.
We've gotten so into indie games, it's not even funny. Just playing the small title names, not no one big that
We were
made
just
it.
talking about it. I believe it's called Pico Park for anybody that's listening. It's on sale right now if I'm right about the name. But that one was definitely an indie game. Like it's something that's like a retro looking style game.
Then there's
Yeah.
that bank one that I've been wanting to play.
Oh,
I can't think of the name of it, but it's on. It was the one I was telling you before this started. It's still on sale, and you're like, yeah, it's on sale until like the 4th.
Yep.
And it's like $3 right now.
no, that's Pico Park.
Okay.
Unless you were talking about a whole other game. That's the game I thought you were talking about was Pico Park.
No.
Pico Park is $3 right now. That I know. I don't know
It
about
is
your
that
game.
is that bank robber. It almost looks like Minecraft, like your characters
Yeah.
block characters.
See, I didn't know that was the game you were talking about, but I didn't know both of them were on sale though. I knew Pico Park was.
And Green Hell.
Well, I already have Green Hell.
It's on sale right now.
I have it. I bought it when it first
It's
came out.
50% off right now because I think it was Hammy Game. Was it Hammy that told us about it, or was it Decoy?
I'll say this: they mentioned it to you maybe, but I had it when it came out. I was looking forward to Green Hell. Like I was watching the development. Man.
We'll have to get you on Lethal Company with us. We'll fire Jess's laptop
Oh,
up
yeah.
and get you to play some Lethal Company with us.
I mean, I have my own laptop. Like
I'm
I
saying
can-
tonight.
I feel you. Like I'd love to play it. I'm always down for new experiences. Like I would love to.
I'll put it like this: like we play a lot on the weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
And anytime, like if you just have your laptop and you have the game installed or something, hit us up. We'll let you know when we play it. If you have it, jump in.
I'm always down for a new experience. Like I never go into a game expecting it to be something. I want to experience it for what it is.
Yep.
And then I make my own conclusions about it after I played it.
Yep, that's pretty much like all of us. Like even though we're in a group and we might pick a game to play, everybody's going to tell you like, "Hey, this isn't my game. I'm gonna set this one out." And then you have whatever people that like play it. But we always have like different games that people like and don't like. So we come to that all the time. But I 100% agree with that. Like I have games like with him like 5M and stuff. I'll play, but it's not my go-to game. If that makes sense. Like I'll play it for so long and then I'll kind of back out and play something else.
I feel you. Like the other day, I bought I bought a GameCube just to play Metroid Prime.
I have so many ROMs on my PC, like just playing with different systems and consoles on it. And I did the same thing. I have it was Nintendo 64, GameCube, uh, PS2, PS1. There was several others. Like I have tons of them. I had to actually move it to my OneDrive just because I had so much data on it that I wasn't playing it at the time. So I'm like moving this all off my laptop, so I actually have room for new games coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always going back to like nostalgic games. That's what we usually call it. And he's the same way. Like we always talk about like old school games. When we say old school games, we even
When
mention,
you
like,
think
PS2.
about nostalgia games, do you have a particular game you think about?
I do. Mine is back on Nintendo 64. It's called Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! You do not know about this game, do you?
Yes, I do.
Fuck you! actually have somebody that knows about this game.
We'll have to show him.
Congress, but the Great Mighty Pooh?
Did you not notice?
Or whatever it was called?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not looking at you. For
Did
that.
you not notice the in the computer room when we took you back there? What was sitting on top of the mini fridge?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you gotta look at that before you go. Yeah, it's Conker. Yes, I am happy somebody knows about Conker.
There's a market for fucking nostalgic games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go back and play the original Metroid Prime, or I want to go back and play Conker's Bad Fur Day, or I want to play Super Mario 64. Like, nothing can. I don't care how good the graphics get. Like,
you want that old school.
Nothing can get close to what I felt at that age.
We've got emulators with all of these games.
I have a lot of those games, including Mario and Conker.
Yeah.
I'll look you up.
We have emulators that have, like, I have a modded Xbox sitting in the closet right now, a modded PS3 sitting in the closet. It has all the original PS1 games.
Yeah.
He's got his Switch that has Nintendo 64 emulators.
We have the 360. It has the Xbox and the 360 games on it.
Yep, all the original Xbox games. I think the 360 has more games on it than than the PS3 and the Switch. I do believe.
Yeah.
Because I think we had almost 400 games on the Xbox.
Maybe 350. I'd say.
I know it was close.
Yeah.
Because like if you go into the PS1 emulator on the Xbox, there's more games inside of it.
Because I will
It puts
say
it close.
a lot of multiplayer games, something that me and you would be able to actually join in and play instead of a single player. Because like for you, you don't play single player games. So I didn't add it. I added something we'd all.
So you said a game earlier. You had asked about games that with cutscene. Me and you went back through and played all of the Mortal Kombat.
That would have been one.
And me and you sat through and watched every single cutscene on Mortal Kombat.
I'll give you that. So going back before we get too carried away, you asked about nostalgia games. Was there any nostalgia games that brought us back? Mine was Conquer. What about y'all two?
The original Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay, I can deal with that.
That game has a special place in my heart because way back when I had an original Xbox, didn't have internet, nothing. Like, I played that game religiously.
I did too. I keep going back and playing it. Keep telling myself I'm actually going to finish and move on to Halo 2 because I'm one of those. I told you before, I'm like a completionist. I want to be able to play the first game and go to the second and continue that route. I don't want to just skip a game, you know. And when I call myself completionist, that's kind of what I mean. Is like I want to play in order.
You want a 100% a game before you go on to the next game.
Right. So that was my thing. Like Halo is something I keep going back to. I'm definitely down for Halo.
And see, like, even the original, like, some of the earlier Call of Duties, like, Modern Warfare 2, best storyline of a Call of Duty game I've ever played in my life.
I recently got they came back and they redid a lot of stuff, like they made it to, like, the new gen and stuff like that. I went ahead and bought those just so I could kind of play those. So far, it's been good. I will say that, like, if you played the old one, you kind of know it, but they added a lot of stuff to it. But I mean, it's definitely worth the experience, I will say.
See, I'm on the fence about that because, like,
it's
sometimes they get it right.
Yep.
But, like, I'm gonna take the Modern Warfare remake, 2019 Modern Warfare that was supposed to supposed to be a remake of Modern Warfare. It didn't hit quite as right as COD 4 did.
Okay.
Story based.
I
The
saw that.
multiplayer was phenomenal. I like the multiplayer, but like story based, and that's really where like a game is not good to me unless the story mode is good to me.
Hold that. Yep.
Anyone in the audience or live stream have any nostalgia games? And give us the game and tell us why. What made it nostalgic for you?
Yeah, let us know. We'll bring it up.
Uh,
So that leaves you.
Mine, and me and you've talked about this before. I think we did it on a squadcast. And brought up like nostalgia game. I can 100% tell you that we have talked about it
Yeah,
before
pretty sure.
because of Mustang Rider was in there, and we had made fun of him because he's a late 2000s baby.
That
And
might have been the OG podcast or
we,
podcast.
we had asked him because we had asked him what console, and he was like, absolutely Xbox 360. And we're like, come on, dude, at least give OG Xbox.
Right? That's like the OG console.
That's the original.
Mine would have to be the original Driver. It was 2 discs. And you'd get to a certain point, and you had to take that disc out. It would say the game would still be like loaded, and you would have to press eject on your PlayStation 1, and it would still be on your screen, and you'd load disc 2 in, and it would pick it, reread it, and pick the game back up where it left off.
That's almost like another talk on its own. Is like the 2-disc games back then. I remember there being a couple of them that I would play.
You know, most of the Final Fantasies.
Yep.
Were 2-disc games.
I was big on Final Fantasy.
I never really was big on Final Fantasy. Eric was big on Final Fantasy.
Beginning, yeah.
I think Eric fell off with Final Fantasy at like a certain point.
I did too.
Because it started getting dumb. But mine was Driver, and you know that was before Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Or right with Grand Theft Auto. And you think about like the evolution of video games and stuff like that, and thinking of when you were a kid, and you're like, man, this looks so cool. This is like realistic looking.
Yeah.
And then the next game comes out, and you're like, oh, this one's so much better than that one. They enhanced the graphics so much. And then like your moms or whatever coming in, they're like, this looks like how can you play this shit?
Yep.
Like I remember, you know, Granny was big on movies.
100%.
Yeah.
And she would go out and buy me and Eric games growing up. That, she would buy us games that appeased her.
Yep.
And would sit in there and watch us play them because she was like, it's like watching a movie.
Yep.
And this is it back in those. Like, we had a big screen TV, and by big screen, it wasn't flat. You know, it was a big,
giant,
big,
fucking this thick
big.
TV.
It was they were known as projector TVs.
Yep.
They and then they had the speakers on the bottom and all that good shit. And
she
she
just wanted to fix too.
yes,
Not today. But
she would sit there and watch us play that. One of them that she had bought us was Van Helsing. That was one of her favorite movies. Was Van Helsing, and she sat there and watched us play that entire fucking game.
I've never played the game, but that was an incredible movie.
If we died or anything in the game, she'd be like, "What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, come on! I'm trying to watch this. Like, get better."
Stop screwing up.
That, and then it was when Aliens versus Predator come out. They had an Aliens game, and she got it and was like, "I want to watch y'all play this." But she would sit down there for hours and watch me and Eric play.
I remember you telling me about this, but there were times when I would come over, we would play games. I remember her kind of in the background, like, "What y'all playing?" And she would sit there for a minute and just watch. And now that kind of creeped me out because I never had that. Like with my family, they were like, "Oh, he's on doing his own thing, or he's playing games with his friends." I've never had a family member just kind of watch me play a game like her.
If you remember, there were only certain TVs we could hook those games up to at her house because she'd be like, those games are known to break these TVs.
I remember that.
You're not hooking that up to my brand new flat screen TV that that she had just got.
I just remember looking at you like, is she one of those? You're like,
She's like, I don't mind you playing on one of these other ones. And we're like, but the graphics would be so much better on this because you have HDMI. And she's like, I don't care.
I mean, I felt what you're saying as far as like somebody wanting to watch you play the game, but mine was the original Fable
I played that.
for fucking Xbox, the original Xbox. My mom used to love watching me play Fable.
I never could get into it. I tried my best, but I never could. The closest game that to me I played that was like that would have to be like Skyrim. Maybe not Skyrim. It was
Skyrim is its
Oblivion?
own.
Was it?
Oblivion was an Elder Scrolls game,
I
yeah.
think, okay. I think Oblivion.
Oblivion was the one before Skyrim.
Okay, so yeah.
Say what you want. Morrowind, the original game, Elder Scrolls 3 was better than both of the other Elder Scrolls titles. But
I think it was more one.
the graphics were better for Oblivion and Skyrim, but the content itself was better for Elder Scrolls 3 because it just dropped you into the game and was like, fuck it, whatever you want to do,
Makes me think of
this is where you're at.
Goat Simulator when we were playing it the other day. Their intro to Goat Simulator.
I've played Goat Simulator. It's fucking
The cutscene to the beginning of the game, and you're on the damn tractor you're on the back of the tractor. Yeah, welcome back. It's fucking play on Skyrim.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I did not think I was gonna like that game as much as I did.
So movies. Any movies? Like what's your genre?
I mean, I like all kinds of movies. Like, I've been really into the John Wick series lately.
Good one.
Obviously, Lord of the Rings is a great series.
I wasn't a Lord of the Rings fan.
You have to be a certain kind of person to like Lord of the Rings.
Those movies are
Like,
so fucking long, and they're
I
so
wouldn't
to me they're
remember
just
one, but I
boring.
agree with that statement.
Just like
you
the
have
Hobbits.
to be you have to be into that certain type of fantasy genre to want to watch the Lord of the Rings.
You would think
have
we
to
would be
want
into
to
it.
watch it to be
Feel
able to
like
get through it.
like the D&D aspect of things. You would think we would almost be into something like that.
That was like for me. It was Harry Potter. Harry Potter came out and stuff. I was never a big fan. I'd say maybe 2 to 3 years ago, I kind of forced myself. It was around when COVID was about. I kind of forced myself into Harry Potter. I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit here and watch all these movies because at that time it was nothing better to do. Like you're stuck at the house.
Just like he did with the Star Wars.
Yeah,
he
Star
did
Wars
that.
too.
He did that too. He
Okay,
binged
I'm
all the
really into
Wars.
Star Wars. Like,
I found myself in Star Wars. Like I really did like it. I didn't think I would.
okay, the movies aren't great. Don't get me wrong. Up to episode 6, anything after that is horrible to me. But like the games, Star Wars Battlefront 2, one of the best games ever created.
I will say this: I never was big on Star Wars back in the day, but I do remember the games that came out. Battlefront was my game. Like Battlefront 1 and 2, those are. I remember playing those a lot.
I think I might have made Hammy Games upset. He stopped commenting after we brought up Battlefield Bill.
See, I have a love-hate
I'm gonna get an
relationship
earful.
with Battlefield. Like, Battlefield 4 was one of the best games I ever played. But Battlefield 2042, it was really buggy when I started it, and like I never really pursued it after
We're gonna have to show him the Battlefield Bill. He's gonna have to see it.
Yeah, maybe we can have Amy watch it too.
Hammy absolutely will, but he's gonna be cringeworthy the entire time.
So, you remember playing Battlefront, right? Like whether it be 1 or 2.
I was not a Battlefront fan. It was
Really?
it was like Destiny to me, to where it was
Nah,
repetitive.
I love Battlefront.
It was repetitive, but like you had a clear, concise point to the game. You knew what you were getting into.
He commented back. He said, "Don't do it. Don't do it." We are definitely doing it. He's gonna get to watch Battlefield Bill.
Be on the podcast.
All I can hear is the whip. That's all I hear is the whip. Like, not even watching the damn thing. I'm just hearing the whip.
I have to add like the soundtrack in or something one day.
I'm gonna do it on Discord. I need to.
I know how to make it happen.
I'm gonna do it on Discord to where I can, every time I come into a channel, it plays the Battlefield Bill song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be demoted. I'll just put it that way. He's gonna demote me. Veto.
He's
Veto.
literally, at this point, talking shit.
Veto.
But yeah, Battlefront I do like. Battlefront was one of those games I could get into. But like I said, at that time, I was not big on the Star Wars films. I never really watched them, was my point. But I did go back and I did watch Star Wars. I did watch the Harry Potters. And it was just something because I had nothing else to do. So I went back and watched all of them.
Yeah.
But I will say I did like both of them. I do agree with the Star Wars. There was a certain point to where it felt like I was forcing myself to watch it.
You know what? I want a live reaction, Hunter.
Go for it.
You're about to watch Battlefield Bill.
All right, I hate to do this, but I gotta tinkle real quick.
Yeah.
No,
gotta
we don't take bathroom breaks.
Oh,
Whatever,
that's
man.
too bad.
He's got a bad bladder. He's fucking lying.
Come on.
We'll
Hurry
get it all
up.
set up for you, man.
I appreciate it.
You want me to finish
Yeah.
this drink for you?
So, so you said movies. You brought up that. What was yours?
My favorite, like all time favorite, or how?
Well,
I didn't even really word it right.
you said it, but I know I kind of brought myself on TV shows.
The one that you didn't go in. Straight back.
Trouble's finding the bathroom, everybody. Give us a second. Down the hallway at the very end.
Did he find it?
I don't know. I still see a shadow. All right. Go down the hallway. Keep walking straight. No left or right. Straight down. He found the bathroom, everybody. Just saying. But yeah, like you brought up the question. Like I'll let you rephrase it if you need to. But I know we kind of changed it up. We went with TV.
Here's his replacement. I wouldn't touch her, Hunter, because she's gross. She got something all over. She stink?
I was wiping whenever I touched on you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She needs a bath. So mine would have to be, of course, I'm gonna go to my favorites.
Now, I never really gave my kind of said TV shows for some reason. I'm not sure where we kind of went with that.
I'm gonna go favorites.
Your
And
you might pick mine.
There's two. Would be Goodfellas.
Yep.
And Casino. I could rewatch both of those all gosh dang day long. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, all day long.
100%.
All day long.
We've done that before. But we would be like, when we watch one of them,
You can't watch one without watching the other.
100%.
You absolutely cannot.
No.
Now, like you get into like Godfather and stuff. I wasn't really into those.
I wasn't either.
Godfather to me just was boring.
That was another one like the game. The game was better than the movie for me.
Yep. But if you watched, damn, I lost my train of thought. So Goodfellas, Casino, Scarface. That like
Man,
you
that
could
was
watch.
long
You could
ass
watch all of those,
Yeah, Scarface to me was one of the longer ones to watch.
but it was good.
It was good. To me, I kind of had to force myself more on Scarface than the other two.
But Goodfellas is probably my most favorite of all three of those.
Casino, there gets to a bit where it's like at the end, it's kind of like, Goodfellas the whole way through, like I'm like this.
It doesn't matter how many times I watch that movie. It's gonna be like I watched it for the first time.
Sorry about that. Hey, puppy.
It's gonna be like I watched that movie for the first time every single time I watch it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be hooked from the very beginning, like them putting the fucking body in the trunk at the very beginning of the movie, and then it circles around back to that part about halfway through the movie to when they're putting the body in the trunk. And then him just being paranoid at the end of the movie, like I'm about to get busted. I'm about to fucking get busted. I hear a helicopter, but I don't see a helicopter. Just amazing. All right, here's Battlefield Bill.
Mike.
Huh?
Mike.
I don't want to copyright.
Battlefield Bill is playing.
Beer.
Game of games. Game of games said veto, veto, veto.
I knew you would veto it.
Don't worry, it's only for us. Game of games.
All right then.
The song is all about in the game.
He really likes C4.
Like this isn't actual footage of him, but this is what he would do.
I feel it.
He said this is what he would do. Just he would go through and just blow shit up.
That's an honest living. I can see it.
Where's that whip coming from?
See, now I'm confused because everybody has two knees betwixt the thighs.
That's a new look. Or I guess new perspective.
I mean, I respect it. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%. Like you're doing your thing. Like you're getting your experience on it.
everybody has a way that they like to play games to be fun.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Like, and
I
I don't like to shit on that
Yeah.
because, like, you're playing video games for your own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
Makes sense. I mean, if you're doing something right, like
Sorry, I just now read your video comment. Hammy Games. Sorry, he's already watched the video.
we tried.
Sorry, I tried to stop him.
But yeah, I mean, it's like everybody finds their calling card, what they're good at, and if
Yeah.
it works for you, like you're actually making it points and or experience on it, stick with it. Like fuck everybody else who's calling you out on it. Like, hey, it's fucking working. That's why they're pissed off at you. You know.
And it's not even about experience. Like,
Well, when I say experience, I mean, like, leveling
every
up.
point of a video game is for you to enjoy it.
Well,
To me, like, if you don't enjoy a game, what's the point of playing it?
it feels like work at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if whatever you have to do to make yourself enjoy it,
Yeah.
I can't hate on it.
So you brought up movies. You said yours. I feel like I gave like movies like a basis, like of me just watching them.
Are you recanting?
I wouldn't say that those are my favorites. No, by far, no.
So you're recanting?
Yeah, if you want to call it, because I never really said those are my
Fuck,
favorites.
recanter.
Yeah.
You're a recanter.
I have two movies,
You have two what?
that are my favorites. Not movies that I've binge watched and just said, "Hey, I finally watched them," like Star Wars or Harry Potter. Those aren't my favorites.
Well, you got, sweetheart.
So I got a movie called Knock Around Guys.
Yep.
It had Vin Diesel in it back in the early days. That was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. And it was something like it had Seth Green, had Vin Diesel, and had a couple other guys in it. But it was like a wannabe mafia movie. It was like new age, mafia, where it was like these kids of the mafia members, like the
Yeah.
kids they finally grew up and they want to be like that. So they try to do their own things. Which to me was more realistic of new age mafia. Is probably the best way to say it. And they try to handle shit. To me it was hilarious. That was one of the movies that I could watch. The second one though, and I've said this on other podcasts that we've done, would be Four Brothers. That's another one that I can just watch every year. And I always tell you, the same
We
thing.
already watched it.
Yeah, we watch it every year around Thanksgiving.
Either
or
Thanksgiving
Christmas.
or Christmas.
Yep.
We watched it at Christmas time this year.
But I mean, those are my two favorite movies. So he gave his, I gave mine. What would be your favorite movie or favorite movies if you can't decide?
My favorite movie. It's a Bruce Willis film called Red Notice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. And
Red Notice or Red? You mean Red?
Red,
Yeah,
yes.
Red.
Red Notice is a different movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Red
But
1 and 2.
I knew what he was getting at. Yeah.
Red is a very good movie because to me, I'm a big Bruce Willis fan.
I
It's
like that.
not Die Hard per se, but it's like an advancement from Die Hard. Like, what happens after Die Hard to me?
He retired.
I get that. Yeah.
You know,
He's a
because
retired hitman.
you gotta think, after being in the CIA, like, killing people for a living, there is a definite end to this.
Yeah.
And Red explains that to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it. Like, and John Malkovich,
He played the part.
he's one of the
He always
best.
plays the part.
We're getting the pig.
Pig.
Yes, the pig.
I'm confused.
That's a quote from Red. Getting the pig.
Oh shit. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay, my bad. It's been a minute since I watched Red.
I watched it the other day just because, like, I have a bad habit of watching movies that I'm
That's a good
familiar
movie.
with.
I need to rewatch it. But yeah, John Malkovich.
We're that same way. We watch new movies all the time, but we always go back to the old ones that we could watch a million times.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Me and Hunter normally Sundays are movie TV show days.
That's our chill day.
I
We
feel
just sit and watch. Here lately, it's been YouTube videos.
And can I make an interjection? Like, Die
Oh.
Hard is a Christmas.
Damn,
movie.
we've got Decoy NDA here now. He's saying Red and Red 2. Red is a comedy to him.
It is in a way.
Yeah. Half and half.
It depends on how you interpret it.
That's a good way to look at it.
Decoy NDA, all-time favorite movie, and why? And go.
Let us know. All right, going back to your statement.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
100%.
Everybody tells me that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It is a fucking.
Who
Christmas
told you
movie.
that? Because that is like Four Brothers, to where like that's what it's known
No,
to be. Who
You're
told
about to say the opposite. I'm like, that is the
who told you it wasn't a Christmas movie?
Right.
Everybody.
No. Well, they didn't.
No,
watch
I think
it
that's
out.
opposite. The entire world. I thought the entire world knew that Die Hard was a fucking Christmas movie.
You would be surprised.
They did not watch Die Hard.
It takes place at Christmas time.
The very beginning of the movie has a fucking Christmas tree in it in the front lobby of the building.
Exactly. That's what I'm
that would be
trying.
like,
I'm on your
Home
side.
Alone.
Like,
That
Die
was-
Hard is definitely a Christmas movie,
That
but
would be
like,
like-
Oh lordy, lordy!
Home Alone
Ooh.
is.
We talk about cancel. We talk about cancel fucking culture
man.
here.
Out in the comments.
I love it. Why is Blazing Saddles? Love Mel Brooks. Why is it your fucking favorite movie? That you've seen Blazing Saddles?
Of
Please
course I
tell
have.
me you've seen Blazing Saddles. You've seen Space.
I'm not gonna quote that movie just because
Have
like,
you-
we're on air.
Have
but,
you
like-
seen Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Wait, I showed you that one.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it. Yeah.
It was. Remember, I had never seen Blazing Saddles either until we went to the cabin.
I was saying what with Blazing Saddles.
We had went to the cabin and watched Blazing Saddles.
Yep, I remember that.
They had brought up and said, if you haven't seen this, have you seen Spaceballs? And I was like, I have not. And then me and you watched it.
Yeah,
Spaceballs was like a
it was a parody amongst a lot of shit. Like Star
Yes,
Wars.
and
Them,
like-
them dudes gave 0 fucks on who they offended in both of those movies.
I love movies back then. Back then they did all that shit. Nowadays they
Fucking
can't. Back then-
cancel culture. That is my philosophy. Even with this damn podcast, that is the freaking second one is History of the World Part 1.
somebody has to have a fucked up world point of view. Like
Yeah.
somebody has to have it. Like
I that is our philosophy. Cancel culture. We love to hit the topics that just
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get there eventually if we haven't already. Is the best way to put it. You know, if we haven't already, we're gonna get there. But I mean, we really just don't care. We talk about what we want to talk about.
look.
Yeah.
Hunter will tell you, I piss people off.
the First Amendment is a thing for a reason. Like you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Hunter will tell you, I piss people off.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. I piss someone off on a daily basis.
That's
But I don't really care that I pissed you off. But we hit topics in this podcast, that could potentially piss people off. I do it all the gosh damn time, all day long,
Somebody has to.
I mean,
all fucking day long.
If you don't
Hunter
put that
doesn't
perspective in, if you don't put that perspective out there, like
I mean, no. Look at
nobody's gonna think about that.
We brought up watching the video Battlefield Bill, and we got comments veto, veto, veto. I mean, we pissed somebody off apparently. I mean,
I'm
I could be wrong, I don't know.
I'm getting demoted,
yeah. I mean,
but it'll be okay.
The world will keep going.
Well, because I got demoted is no, the world's gonna fucking end because I got demoted. Like that's my favorite favorite pastime.
I mean, I understand that, but like, I'm just saying the world is not. The world is going to keep going on just because you're offended.
No, look, I say that, and Bill knows I consider him to be one of my.
You know Battlefield Bill?
Yeah, I know Battlefield Bill. My bad. I guess the world Battlefield Bill, guys, is Hammy Games.
No shit.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No. Hammy Games, like our narrator, Hammy Games.
Yeah, that's Battlefield Bill.
Hammy Games. Can you comment on that? I'm shocked. Seriously, that's him.
That's Hammy Games.
That's why he said veto, veto, veto.
Yeah, because he's Battlefield Bill. He cracks that whip and everything.
I mean, I watched the video and like in the comments, like they kept asking, like, "Is he real? Is he real?"
Yeah, he's real.
We know the actual Battlefield Bill.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Barely. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! So I'm getting that. Like we know somebody who other people don't, and they want to know him apparently on the comments on that video.
That's who it is.
Fuck yeah. And he's our like narrator, quote unquote. I mean, because he is when he wants to be. I'll give him that. Like,
I consider him to be one of my very, very, very best, like, very, very, very best friends.
I give you that.
We talk on a daily basis.
Y'all do.
That dude has been through some shit with me in this past year. Love the dude to death.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. I mean, I play games with him and stuff. I don't know him through like games and all that, but Lethal Company, hell yeah. Play with him all the time.
Even though I'm getting demoted.
Well,
but that's besides the point.
It happens.
Fish. Fuck it. Shit happens. Trademark.
It happens. I guess we're gonna wrap this on up. You ready to wrap this up, Hunter? We're actually almost an hour and a half in, somewhere around there.
Sorry, he's asking.
I don't know. I'm just a homeless dude that joined this. So
are we taking you back to your?
I'm homeless, so I'm good with whatever.
I mean, I got a spare room you can stay in tonight, since you're homeless.
I mean, like, it's a warm bed.
All right, so we're almost at 1 minute or 1 hour 25 minutes.
So yeah, we did decent on this one. I'm gonna end it the same way that I end it every single time. This question may or may not piss you off.
We hope not.
You may or may not tell me to get out of my own house.
We hope not.
Love y'all guys. Love you guys to death. Delight, Bo. It's all in fun and games. Can't wait to have you back on, Bo. It's gonna be fun.
It was fun. We have another one.
I hold no grudges at all.
No, we have blast.
So, what is your all-time favorite video game and why?
Nostalgia, anything that you play that is your favorite.
My favorite game of all time has to be Metroid Prime. And the only reason why is because I played that game religiously for probably 3.5 years. It just hit right.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it other than that. It hit right.
I agree with that. I mean, everybody has their game on that. To me, I wasn't really big on Metro Prime, but I knew people who love Metro Prime, like, religiously. I mean, so I get that. I mean, I have my games that are like that. So yeah, I get that. Maybe do you want me to go with Mod or you want to go next?
I always go last.
Yeah.
And you better not say what I'm going to say. Do not do it. Don't do it.
So I will go back because we try not to say the same game repetitively, which last 3 podcasts. This will be the third, I guess. I would be repeating, so I'm not going to repeat. Mine would have to be Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
You
The
said
only
that
reason why I
one
say it
before.
Is because I haven't said it here recently. And that's the reason why, because we said the other one before, so I'm not going to go that route. But Conker's Bad Fur Day, like we brought up earlier, it's one of my nostalgia games. It's something that I will play on, I won't say a daily basis, but I will hit up like every couple of months within the year. I at least play it once a year. And it's something I will play from start to finish. It's just something that's classic to me. As BB brought up before, I actually have a little model of it in our game room. It's something that's one of my favorites. And I will continue to play that game, and it will never become old to me. So that one has to be my favorite.
So, mine would have to be Among Us.
Okay, you changed it up. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Respect that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go Among Us. Playing that with the group of us.
Yeah.
There's a group of us. Playing that and all of us being in the Discord call and me starting it out every single time. Gotta do my taxes.
That and you can change your name to whatever. To me, that's the best part.
Freaking amazing.
What was it? For me, it was like it was me. I love doing that.
But just the us getting quiet and stuff. Watch the live streams. You can watch the live streams. We live stream every Among Us. Some people, someone screwed it up for us, and I stopped live streaming, like being the host of the live stream. Yep. So I stopped streaming it, letting anybody in because normally me and Hunter we'll let anybody in the live chat join us.
We'll take people if they want to play with us. Why not? Jump in.
But that's just the kind of people we are. Like we'll let you join VC with us and stuff. Like we're not untouchable people. Even though we're streaming and stuff, we want as much interaction as possible.
Of course. I mean, why not?
But yeah, it has to be one of my all-time favorites, right? Like currently, right now.
Yes. Like I remember the name thing. Like that to me was the funniest bit that I've done.
Me and you doing yeah.
It's like 5 or 6 of us. As y'all can hear, it's all right. But I mean, we've had a lot of fun with that. I mean, we've had at least 6 of us, I would say, that were able to change our names up to stuff just to mess with other people joining in. So I mean, yeah, Among Us definitely. I love playing that.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna do something different this time. I'm giving you the honors to do it. We're gonna get you to pour us some of that bullet into our infinity bottle. You pour what you want to pour in there.
That's how we're gonna do it.
You pour what you want to pour in there.
Might make it through this whole year.
Tell me when.
A win.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
That's a good starter right there.
I mean, for the first one ever, yeah.
So expect at the end of the year there's some alcohol abuse right there.
Pay no attention.
That's pretty bad.
I feel sorry.
But
God bless your poor souls.
Don't worry, we'll get it all after the podcast. We'll sip it up. We got it.
I'll go with you.
Well,
man, that's so good.
Tastes like bullet.
But this bottle here, anticipated to be full probably before the end of the year.
oh yeah, I mean that.
Which is fine.
Progression is what we're looking at.
I actually have 2 of these, Hunter. I have 2 of these, so we can fill one up, and then we can fill the second one up. The other one's broken. It is broken a little bit, but it's still usable.
We're not going to drink up out of it.
You're not drinking directly out of it, no.
I mean, we're not going to get hurt.
Expect us to have this full and New Year's Eve, 2024. We will be. No, that will be when we do it.
Well, okay, so if we're asking to pour whenever however much they want to pour. That's what I'm saying, projection. So it depends, but we have two.
We can always do. You know what? I'll give it this. Since we have two bottles, what we'll do is if we have this one full by July, we'll do a July 4th live stream,
That'll be our bottle.
and that'll be our bottle for July 4th.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And then come New Year's Eve, if we have the second one full, we'll do it on our New Year's Eve live stream.
And
Good luck to you, gentlemen.
We already asked. We'll invite our guest back.
He'll be here for
us.
it.
Yeah.
He will be joining us to try the concoction that gets put inside of that
We'll
bottle.
do the whole thing over.
Ugh.
Thing is,
We'll do a shot, a mixed drink.
we're gonna do clears the rest of that bottle.
So are we gonna do like a normal?
See, that's a problem because I don't do clear.
Suicide bomb.
You won't taste it. It'll be mixed in.
Suicide bomb. We're not calling it an infinity bottle. This is our suicide bomb.
It is what it is.
So are we gonna do a shot, a mixed drink, and all that on top of that too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Y'all heard it here.
Yep.
He already said he's coming back to join us. Yeah.
Current game is Lethal Company, and all time is Final Fantasy VII for Hammy Games.
Hammy Games. Hell yeah. Leave company is where it's at.
We'll see you on Lethal Company here in a little bit, Hammy Games. Anyways, till next time, I'm the Delta BB.
Hunter.
I'm just Eddie.
All right, I got to take the homeless guy back to his place to hold
Catch
his
me at
son.
the homeless shelter.